Hi guys, how are you doing? Today we're going to talk about motivation. Alright, I've just written the discussion point for you. This is the quote stated by Edwin Bliss, and it says here, success doesn't mean the absence of failures. It means the attainment of ultimate objectives. It means winning the war, not every battle. Okay, who would like to express his or her opinion with regard to this statement? Do you agree with this statement, and to what extent or how you can relate this to motivation? As you know that everybody should be motivated in this life, not in the academic field or in professional field, in every sphere of social life as well. We're required to be inspirational. In that case, we have to discuss this point. So I'm going to let you 2 minutes, okay, for developing your ideas with regard to motivation, inspiration, and becoming a fruitful person in your life. And afterwards, we're going to deal with some language-related points. So time starts. Okay. So. First of all, I'd like you to take note of this website, Spreader.com. Okay? So, Spreader is speed reader. This is the kind of portmanteau words, alright? So, through Spreader.com, you can copy the whole passage or just this small, this short statement, and then you can adjust it by means of the words per minute, and this is going to excel your reading skills. Okay, you can read this in a rapid mode if you practice this as many times as possible during the day. And secondly, after copying this statement and reading so many times until you notice the let's say 400 words per minute speed, I'd like you to take note of Woki.com. Okay, Woki.com is the platform for different English accents. You can experience not only American and common British accents, but also Canadian, Australian, even Indian and South African accents, Scottish, Irish accents might be experienced there as well. So listening to the same quote, to the same sentence or something, to different accents will also develop your accent knowledge. Okay. So after dealing with this, just inform me, and then we're going to talk about the main points of our lesson today. Is everybody finished? All right. So could you please share, Martin? Could you please share your points that whatever you think about this statement? Okay, you disagree. Okay, and the rest, all of you agree. Okay, everybody's opinion is great and respected. So you have probably the supporting details for your main point. And now I'm going to write an essay. Okay, point for your assignment. Okay, this is your assignment. As your homework, you're required to write an essay with respect to this topic. And after writing the topic, I'd like you to check your work through Grammarly.com. This is a website that you can use in order to find out whether or not you have the grammatical mistakes or lexical mistakes in your essay, email, or whatsoever. It also has the integrated browser application and mobile application. You can use any one, whichever suits your work. Alright, today we're going to talk about how to summarize the presented information and how to paraphrase the information. As you know, today's lesson or our course is all about academic English, and in academic English, paraphrasing is of utmost importance. Okay? if you just write this statement without noting that whoever quoted this statement, then it is called, remember it? Alright, plagiarism, yeah. So plagiarism is an academic crime, okay? Therefore, we have to avoid plagiarism at all costs, and we need to know how to paraphrase the given statement. Alright? Okay, and let's just erase this part. So, when we paraphrase the information, there are several there are several points that we need to take into consideration. First of all, we can use the passive voice. Okay? Instead of saying that, for example, people think that, blah blah blah, or especially in order to avoid the personalization, like using I or you, he, she, it as the sentence starter, instead of that, we can use passive voice. Alright? For example, I consider plagiarism is a type of academic crime. So instead of I consider, in order to avoid personalization, we can say it is considered. Okay? It is considered. As you know, academicians adore passive voice and perfect tense. Simultaneously, we can use it is being considered for a very long time. Again, as an academic crime, you can mention it that way as well, by integrating the perfect tense to passive voice. Or secondly, we can talk about generic statements. Alright, generic statements. So again, instead of saying that most people, the majority of people think like that, or this is the kind of thought that I have, okay, again, we have to avoid personalization for academic purposes. In that case, we can use generic statements. For example, at present or in the present climate, most scholars are of the opinion that, so in this case, this is the general fact, therefore it means that it is the general fact, it is something like most scholars do think like that. Or another alternative way that we can say here is, let's say, for a very long time, it has been statistically confirmed that, okay? Now, instead of saying that scholars think like this, we are talking about now the statistics, the given estimated data, alright? There are so many ways that we can consider it from different words, and now we're going to talk about the key vocabulary, okay? Key vocabulary to think about how we can introduce the topic as I already said, okay? When we start our essay, we need to write a very good introduction, and the good introduction always includes the best topic statement. If you have the good topic sentence, then yeah, you're going to catch, possible to catch the reader's eye or attention, right? So, but also we need to know how to use the content-specific vocabulary. For example, in terms of motivation, could you please tell me what advanced vocabulary can be used to discuss your points about the motivation? For example, accomplishment. Who knows what is accomplishment? Yeah, it means having the skill or let's say achievement, okay, success, something like that. So could you please make up a sentence with regard to the word accomplishment?